A blood-soaked juke joint, twin brothers with secrets, a vampire seduction set in the Jim Crow South. Ryan Coogler didn't just make a horror movie, he made a statement. Sinners isn't your average creature feature. It's a gothic blues opera drenched in history, trauma, and fangs. But does it hit the right notes? Or is it all style and no soul? Let's talk about one of the most ambitious horror films of the year. Set in 1932 Mississippi, the story follows twin brothers Smoke and Stack, World War I veterans who aim to start anew by opening a juke joint. Their cousin Sammy, a young blues prodigy, becomes central to the narrative as his music attracts supernatural attention. The film weaves themes of racial tension, family dynamics, and the power of music. But to my surprise, this movie's more about music than vampires. I was not expecting that. And seeing the main character, Sammy, played by Miles Catan, it makes sense because this is his debut performance, and he is this 19, 20-year-old who plays blues like he's 70, like he's got all this life experience, and it's wild. His voice, the way he plays guitar, I mean, he is a prodigy just like the character in the movie. And of course you have Ryan Coogler's muse, which is Michael B. Jordan, who plays twin brothers Smoke and Stack, and he gives great dual performances in this. You can definitely tell Stack's personality against Smoke's personality. And even in the beginning, when it just pans and it reveals two Michael B. Jordans and he passes a cigarette to Stack, and it's basically a wonder in visual effects, really. And you don't really think about it. You don't think about this one actor playing two characters when you're watching the movie. And Haley Steinfeld, damn, she's like super horny in this and very sexy. And also gives a great performances, and all of them are great performances. That includes Wunmi Masaku, who plays Smoke's ex, Delroy Lindo, and Jack O'Connell as Remick, the head vampire. Now, there is a lot going on in this movie, just so much under the surface, above the surface. There's the element of racial injustice during the Jim Crow era that is definitely explored here and there. I think the biggest one and the biggest surprise to me was the symbolism of music as both a source of power and a conduit for supernatural events. And the themes of the music are just very heavy. It's a commentary on religion and the struggle between tradition and change. And speaking of the music, there's this one music scene. It's probably going to be one of my favorite scenes of the year where they're actually playing live, apparently. I'm sure there's some editing, but it mixes in all these cultures, and it's just the camera moving around nonstop. And they conjure all of their ancestors from the past and the future. So it's just a really fantastic scene. And Ryan Coogler's direction is just completely on point, as well as the cinematography by Autumn Durald Arkapaw, which emphasizes the film's atmospheric visuals, especially for a vampire film. And without giving spoilers away, just how they mix the music with the supernatural elements and the vampires, and the reason the vampires want to turn as many people, specifically the main character. It's really a unique take on vampires. I really like that. But I have a few problems with this movie, which is weird because I see reviews and it just seems like everyone found this to be like a religious experience and they love it. And I totally get it, especially with that musical scene. Holy shit, that was a fucking good scene. But man, as just like someone who loves movies, I just see cracks here and there. I'll just start with, there's a lot of exposition in this, like a ton. And I get it, it fleshes out the characters. You've got a lot of characters you need to flesh out in this movie. But I felt it just took too long to set up this movie from where it was going to go. Like, I knew there was vampires going to be in it. They don't really show up until probably over halfway through the movie. And that's fine. This is very similar to From Dusk Till Dawn, honestly. When it does get to the vampire stuff, it does feel a little tropey. And on top of that, I feel like there's some plot elements that I didn't really care for. It's one of those horror tropes where you have characters make stupid decisions just to push the story forward. And man, this movie's pretty long. It's like a 2.5 hour movie about vampires. I just felt like overall the movie could have been a little bit tighter. And I think it would have benefited greatly from that. Oh, and the thing that pisses me off the most, oh my god, like, they were showing credits. I left when the credits were rolling, and they had an essential after credits scene. I read about it and everything, so I took that into consideration with this review. But that pisses me off so much to have roll credits. I'm not even going to leave the theater until I see actual credits roll like that. But I did read what happened. I wish I saw it. So this is definitely a movie I'm going to have to watch again. And if I have a different perspective on it, I will probably do a different review. But as for now, I'm going to give it 3.5 stars right now. I don't know what I'm missing from it where everyone else is giving it like a perfect score, but I look forward to watching it again. I just feel there's a lot of cracks that I saw while watching the movie, which didn't break through to it. But it is expertly crafted film. The vampires look cool. Just the whole thing with the vampires and how they were attracted to the music was just fantastic new take on vampires, honestly. The visuals were fantastic. The acting was fantastic. It was just like, I guess it's like the story elements that kind of held me back from it, or just like the structure of the film. But 3.5, I still really liked it. I don't think it's a bad film at all, honestly. I think it's very good.
That ain't your brother.
But what did you think of Sinners? Did the blend of horror and history work for you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like button. It really helps small channels like this. If you want to see more reviews, maybe subscribe, hit that bell icon, and I'll see you later. Bye.